Ever thought that chewing gum could land you in trouble? Well, in the sparkling city-state of Singapore, it indeed can. Today, we're taking an intriguing journey, diving deep into the heart of this enchanting metropolis. We'll be revealing 10 shocking facts about Singapore that will leave you marveling at its unique blend of culture, innovation, and stringent laws. From being the greenest city to having a ban on chewing gum, Singapore's story is anything but ordinary. Ready to uncover the unexpected? Buckle up! Imagine a city that's one giant garden. Welcome to Singapore, Asia's greenest city. This lush urban oasis didn't happen by accident. It's the result of the Garden City Initiative, a vision set into motion in the 60s to transform Singapore into a city within a garden. The initiative was a resounding success, with verdant greenery now a defining feature of the city's landscape. But the jewel in the crown of this botanical metropolis has to be the super trees at Gardens by the Bay. These towering tree-like structures are vertical gardens that perform a multitude of functions, which include planting, shading, and working as environmental engines for the garden spaces. They're not just trees, they're super trees. So if you're a fan of urban green spaces, Singapore is a dream come true. A city where nature and urban life coexist in perfect harmony. Ever seen a city like this? Well, there's more to come. 4 official languages in one country, can you believe it? Now that's a cocktail of tongues that would leave even the most experienced linguist impressed. In Singapore, you'll hear a symphony of languages that is as diverse as the city-state itself. First up, we have English, the language of instruction in schools and the bridge that connects the multiracial society. Then there's Malay, the national language and a nod to the region's history. Mandarin serves as a link to the city's significant Chinese population. And lastly, Tamil, representing the substantial Indian community. But it's not just about the languages, it's about what they represent. A meeting point of cultures, a crossroads of civilizations. Each language tells a tale of migration, adaptation, and coexistence. So, in Singapore, you're not just hearing words, you're hearing stories. Stories of a city that's woven together by threads of diversity. A true melting pot of cultures, isn't it? What's the tallest indoor waterfall in the world doing in an airport, you might ask? Well, it's doing exactly what Singapore does best, combining innovation and aesthetics to leave visitors awestruck. Welcome to Jewel Changi Airport's Rain Vortex, the world's tallest indoor waterfall. This is not just a waterfall, it's a symbol of Singapore's constant evolution. The Rain Vortex is a masterpiece of architecture and engineering, standing at a staggering 40 meters high. It's the crowning jewel of an airport that already feels more like a luxury mall than a transportation hub. The waterfall is not just for show though. It serves a practical purpose as well, recycling rainwater and helping to cool the airport's interior. It's an ingenious blend of beauty, innovation, and sustainability, showing how Singapore is always ahead of the curve. It's not just a waterfall, it's a statement, a testament to Singapore's commitment to pushing boundaries and redefining norms. Now that's a layover destination. Ever heard of a lion city without any lions? Well, let's dive into the heart of Southeast Asia, where such a city exists. Welcome to Singapore, a city-state whose name is derived from the Sanskrit words Singa, meaning lion, and Pura, translating to city. But here's the twist, there are no lions native to Singapore. It's said that a prince from Sumatra, Sang Nila Utama, sighted what he thought was a lion on the island during a hunting trip in the 14th century. Believing it to be a good omen, he decided to establish a city on the island and named it Singapura, the Lion City. However, historians believe it was most likely a Malayan tiger he saw, as lions have never been native to the region. Guess the tiger city just didn't have the same ring to it. Despite this, the lion remains a powerful symbol in Singapore's culture and identity. Talk about a misnomer, huh? A city, an island, and a country, all in one? Now that's a unique combination that you don't stumble upon every day. Welcome to Singapore, a city-state with a twist. It's fascinating how this small piece of land, nestled at the southern tip of the Malay Peninsula, holds such diverse identities. As a city, it's a bustling hub of commerce, culture, and innovation. As an island, it's a tropical paradise with its stunning beaches and lush greenery. But what truly sets Singapore apart is its status as a sovereign nation. Despite its modest size, Singapore is a powerhouse on the global stage, boasting a robust economy and a high standard of living. It's not just a city or an island, but a country in its own right, with its own government, its own laws, and its own identity. So there you have it, Singapore, a city, an island, a country. One place, three identities. Impressive, right? Think your city is expensive? Think again. Singapore often tops the list of the world's most expensive cities. It's a hub of opulence where the cost of living can make even the wealthiest gulp. From housing to transport, from food to entertainment, everything comes with a hefty price tag. A simple dinner in an average restaurant could easily set you back a considerable amount. And don't even get me started on the cost of owning a car. It's not just the vehicle itself, but the certificate of entitlement, a license to own and use a car for a decade, that could cost more than the car itself. But why is it so expensive? Well, it's a combination of factors. The high demand and limited supply of land for housing, robust economy, high-quality services, and the country's focus on sustainability all contribute to the high cost of living. So, better start saving if you're planning a move. Ever seen a city without litter? A rhetorical question, I know, but let's talk about Singapore, a city that has taken cleanliness to a whole new level. You see, in Singapore, cleanliness isn't just a virtue, it's the law. Strict laws, hefty fines, and a civic-minded population have all contributed to making this island city one of the cleanest in the world. Littering is a big no-no here. Drop a piece of paper on the street and you could be slapped with a fine of up to $1,000 for the first conviction. Repeat offenders wearing a corrective work order vest have to clean public areas. It's not just about the money though. It's about instilling a sense of responsibility in people to keep their city clean. So next time you visit Singapore, marvel at the pristine streets, the spotless parks, and the sparkling public spaces. But remember, don't forget to bin that trash. Fancy living in the clouds? Well, Singapore might just be the place for you. This tiny island nation has a skyline that competes with the best in the world. You see, Singapore is a land of skyscrapers, each one a marvel of modern architecture and testament to human ingenuity. The city-state boasts over 4,000 high-rise buildings, transforming the horizon into a staggering display of steel and glass. Its urban density is among the highest globally, with structures reaching for the sky, making the most of every precious square foot. This vertical growth is a response to the limited land area, a demonstration of how necessity becomes the mother of invention. Each skyscraper is not just a building, it's a community, a vertical village complete with shopping centers, offices, homes, and sometimes even parks. Singapore's skyline is a testament to its adaptability, innovation, and spirit. It's a city that reaches for the stars yet keeps its feet firmly planted in its rich heritage. A concrete jungle in the truest sense? Remember the chewing gum ban we mentioned? Well, buckle up because it's time to sink our teeth into this sticky subject. Let's talk about one of the most intriguing facts about Singapore, the ban on chewing gum. As strange as it may sound, this ban is a reality in this city-state. In the early 80s, Singapore's government decided to implement this unusual rule. The reasons behind this ban are rooted in the government's pursuit of maintaining cleanliness and order in the city. You see, discarded gum was causing maintenance issues, from sticking on public seats to jamming keyholes and littering the streets. The straw that broke the camel's back was when used gum began affecting the city's then new subway system, causing door failures and disrupting services. The ban was imposed in 1983, and it was no laughing matter. Selling gum, chewing it, or even sticking it on public property could land you in some serious hot water. Penalties included hefty fines and even jail time for repeat offenders. It was a bold move, but it worked. The city became cleaner, and the gum-related issues significantly reduced. Fast forward to the 21st century, the ban is still in effect with a slight modification. In 2004, an exception was made for therapeutic, dental, or nicotine gums, which can be bought from a pharmacist or a dentist, but only with a medical prescription. Still, the overall ban on regular chewing gum remains firmly in place. This legislation, while unconventional, is a testament to Singapore's commitment to cleanliness and order. It's a clear example of how this tiny nation is willing to take drastic measures to ensure the quality of life for its residents. So, next time you're packing your bags for a trip to this island city-state, you might want to leave your favorite pack of gum at home. Because in Singapore, it's not just about the law, it's about respect for the city and its rules. And remember, so keep that gum in your pocket. Shocked? We thought so. From being the greenest city to having a language cocktail, Singapore is indeed full of surprises. It's a land of man-made waterfalls, skyscrapers, and a city without lions. A place that's both a country and a city. And yet, it's one of the most expensive and cleanest cities in the world. Oh, and don't forget the gum ban. These shocking facts may have turned your perception of Singapore upside down. So still think you know Singapore?